What's going on? I want to thank you all for watching LEC TV. So as promised, I'm going to be showing you all some techniques that I use to homeschool my son with. Since he's on the autism spectrum, these techniques, they help me to determine what he's understanding and what he needs to work on. So first of all, I'm going to, before we even get into anything, I want to share a tour of the room that we do most of our homeschool, well, really all of our homeschool sessions in, because I try to keep things consistent with him, especially when it comes to his schoolwork. I want him to know that when you come in this room, it's time for us to get to work. It's time for us to put on our thinking caps and let's learn. So that's why I try to keep all of our sessions in this one area. So this was basically a storage closet that I turned into an office and classroom space for me and my son. Because at one point I was working from home, and so that's why I said I turned it into an office and classroom space. So yes, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get to this room tour. It's not going to be a very long room tour because it's not a huge room, but it's big enough for what we're doing. All right, you guys, so come on. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, so as you all just saw, that was the tour of the classroom and office space that we use, that I use when we're getting ready to start our lessons for the day. So now what I'm basically going to share with you all is some different teaching aids that I use, like I said, to help me determine what MJ is learning and what he needs to work on. And this is also a good thing too, because it also helps me to give his teachers better feedback on what he's, like I said, what he's learning and, what he's not. So I'm going to share what the school sent us the first year of him being in the program. These were some teaching aids that they sent, like I said, his first year being with the program. These are some counters that we use for counting lessons, and I use these very often, like all the time, pretty much. And then we also have some snap cubes as well that I use for counting. Show you the bag without the words. Okay, and what else did they send? They also sent some color tiles. I haven't used these at all. And then they also sent us some pattern blocks. I haven't used these either just yet, but I definitely will be soon once he starts getting into learning about patterns and things of that nature. But right now, we've taken a step back to focus on the basics of learning. So like letter recognition, number recognition, counting, recognizing sight words. We've really started to, me and his teacher, we talked during one of his live lessons. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there just for a second and talk to you all about what I mean when I say live lessons. Live lessons are basically like web sessions that we have with MJ's teachers throughout the week. He has 4 Monday through Thursday. Well, not 4 live lessons, but 4 days out of the week he has live lessons. He has 2 every day except for Wednesday. So like on Monday from 12 to 12:30 he has his reading live lesson, and then from 1 to 1:30 he has his math live lesson. And then on Tuesdays he has his math live lesson from 1 to 1:30, and then his reading lesson from 2 to 2:30. And then Wednesdays he just has the one live lesson with his math teacher from 1 to 1:30. And then on Thursdays, again, he has his live lesson from 12 to 12:30 with his reading teacher. And then at 1 to 1:30 with his math teacher. And basically in these live lessons, I keep trying to say lessons, live lessons, there's like 8 to 10 kids that are also in the session as well. And all of the kids are on different levels. So, and the teachers, they do a very good job of covering all of the different levels of learning in the classroom. So I'll share that with you a little bit later on in the video. But yes, back to what was it? Oh yeah, I was saying that when me and his teacher, we talked in one of his live lessons about the fact that MJ, when he first started this program, I'm gonna go back to that. When he first started this program, they were requiring him to do 20 hours a week. And that was a bit much for MJ because of the simple fact that his attention span is not very long at all. So 20 hours was a bit much. But now he's only required to do 6 hours a week, and he splits the 6 hours between 3 different programs. So in each program, by the end of the week, he will have done 2 hours in each program. And I'll share, the programs with you as well, like so a little bit later on. And so that is one of the things that I love about the program, and I shared that in the last video that we made about what is Connections Academy. So if you haven't seen that video, please go and watch that video. I'm going to try to link it down in the description box. I'm going to try to remember to do that because I have been forgetting to do that. Yeah, just been forgetting. Sorry. But yes, I love the program for that simple fact that the teachers, like I said, they are very committed to making sure that the students are getting what they need out of the program. And so the one thing that they require, or that I feel that as a parent, homeschooling your child and making sure that they get the best that they can out of the program, is the number one thing that I recommend is to be honest. Be honest with the teachers because they want to know from the learning coaches, which is what the parents are called. We're known as the learning coaches. And the teachers, since they're not here with the student, they're everything that they're getting about our child is coming from the parent. Everything that they know about that child is coming from the parent. And you want to be honest, like completely honest. Like if they're not understanding something, that's fine. They just don't understand it. And you want to let the teacher know so that they can develop a plan to help you, to help you improve, I guess, make progress in that area with your child, is what I'm trying to say. If that's even the right way to say it, I'm not sure. Got a little tongue tied then. So, yeah, but basically, like I said, just be completely honest, because I mean, if your child is not understanding something, eventually they will, the more that you continue to work on it. But like I said, if you can reach out to the teacher and they can suggest something to you that will help you, that is going to only benefit you and your child, because it's going to eliminate the frustration of him not understanding and you not knowing what to do. So that's one thing that I definitely recommend. If you're going to homeschool your child, definitely be completely honest. Because like I said, there are days when we go into the live lessons and MJ's not feeling it, and I'll go ahead and I'll let them know, like, listen, this is just going to be a listening day for us, because MJ is not in a good mood. He's not in a listening mood. He's not with it. He's not ready to learn right now. So we're just going to be listening. So, and they're like, that's fine. Thank you for letting us know. Like, they really appreciate the fact that the parents are open and honest about what's going on with their child, so that they can help you, so that they can get us the resources that we need to help our child. So yes, I'm gonna go back to the teaching aids that I was sharing with you all. Like I said, what I just shared was what the school sent him. So now I'm going to share some of the teaching aids that I've bought over the years to help my son with learning. And let's see, I'll start with the flashcards. I've purchased a number of different flashcards, and I got these from Walmart. I just recently got these for the sight words. Then I have some. I also got these from Walmart. They're the numbers 1 to 100. All right, and then these are colors and shapes. Now I got these from the Dollar Tree. Let me tell y'all. Y'all know I work at Walmart, so I do get a lot of stuff from Walmart, but Dollar Tree, do not sleep on Dollar Tree, because Dollar Tree has some of the best teaching aids. If you when I showed you the tour of the room, I don't know if I'm sure you saw it. The door leading into the room and everything, the decorations and stuff that was on the door, I got that stuff from Dollar Tree. So definitely go and check out their school supply section, because every time I go in there, I get stuck on that aisle. Like, I get stuck, and I come out with something every time. So also I got these as well from the Dollar Tree, and these are the alphabet flashcards. Okay, so that's those. And then I also got this to help MJ with his writing. Now, it's hard to find these notebooks nowadays. I don't know if a lot of places just don't order them anymore, or if they're not being made as often anymore. I don't know what the case is, but it's hard to find these kind of tablets, especially for kids that are just starting out writing. This is the perfect I don't know if you can see it or not, but the wide the spacing of the lines, like the width of the lines that this paper has, is perfect for beginner writers. And this was something that was recommended to me by MJ's math teacher. So I got that. I got it also from the Dollar Tree as well. And then I also got, these are just like some learning posters. This is a number poster that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I use this too to for like counting. Sometimes I'll use this as well. All right. And then we also have one with his letters on it as well. Let me fold it out. Okay. All right, so this is the one with his alphabet on it. And it has on the back, the reason why it's tore off at the bottom is because it has like on the back, let me show you the back of it. Like it has like the traceable lowercase and uppercase letters at the top. And then like right here, it has like a little activity for that he can do. And then this is like a little certificate. So yeah, that's why it's tore off like that at the bottom, in case you guys were wondering. Let's see. Oh, and I just recently got, let me show y'all this. The magnetic letters and numbers and everything. I got these from Walmart. And it was so many of them came in a pack, and it was only, I think it was less than $10 if I'm not mistaken. But I just used this whiteboard right here, which I have like I think we have like 3 different whiteboards that I use for MJ's lessons. But this one I just use just so I can lay out the magnetic letters and numbers, so when I'm using them during his live lessons, it's much easier for me to access them. And this has been one of the best learning aids that I've used with MJ by far, because MJ likes to touch them and trace them with his fingers. And I love that, because that's a pre-writing skill that he definitely needs to work on right now. And so with him doing that with the magnetic letters, I was like, awesome. This is the best by far. That's the best teaching aid that I've gotten, is the magnetic letters and numbers, because and that basically helps with the tactile input that he seeks. So I think, oh yeah, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, let me show you the other whiteboards that I've gotten as well, to help out during class as well. Because my son, he's not verbal. Like, he makes sounds and he says certain words, but like he can't say, like if I ask him, MJ, point to B, or if he'll have to point to it. He's not gonna say B. Like, he might occasionally, I'll hear him say it, but like if I ask him a question, yeah, he's not gonna answer me. So that's why I use the whiteboard, so that he can point, so that at least we have some form of communication to determine if he's understanding what I'm saying to him. So I'm just going to demonstrate to you what I do like during a live lesson. Like, say we're working on letter recognition. So I'll take like 3 different letters, because right now he's at the point where they want him to try to distinguish between 3 different choices. Because before it was just 2 choices that we were giving him to start out with. But now, since he's kind of gotten a little better at the two-step selection, I guess you can say. So we've moved on to giving him 3 choices now. So I'm just going to demonstrate. Let's see. Let me use R, S, and T. All right. So this is what I basically do. Like, I'll basically use this whiteboard and I'll lay the letters out on the whiteboard. And then I'll I'll hold him up and I'll say, MJ, can you point to S? And then he'll point, or he'll trace. Sometimes he'll point, sometimes he'll just trace the letter with his hand. But yeah, so that's why I have a number of different whiteboards, because like even with his especially with math, I like to use two boards. I just recently got this one. Let me show you the other whiteboard that I have. Okay, so I just recently got this one from Walmart. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oops. Okay, so I just recently got this one from Walmart because of the fact that he is starting to he has 3 different choices that he's going to be choosing from now. And I need, obviously a board a little bit bigger than this one. So this one basically, during his math lessons, like when we're working on counting, like I'll use this board to lay out the counters. I'll show you what I mean when I say lay out the counters. I'll lay them out, like if we're working on, like say the teacher says, I basically imitate what the teacher is doing on the screen for MJ. So like if she puts 3 counters down on her board, and she's like, and she'll say, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, and she'll say, like the teacher will say, okay, can you count these counters and tell me how many there are? And so I'll imitate it. Like I'll put 3 counters on a whiteboard. Oh, trying not to let them slip off. I'll put 3 counters on the whiteboard, and then I use hand over hand with MJ a lot, especially for his writing and counting, because counting, he's getting it, but he's just counting too, like he's moving too fast when he's doing it. And so that's another thing that makes me think maybe he's not getting it, because if you're counting that fast, you can't be counting accurately going that fast. So that's what we're working on now as far as math goes, because number recognition, he pretty much has that down pat. He's got that, but now he has to work on counting. And so I'll put the counters, like I said, on this whiteboard, and then I'll sit this whiteboard to the side on the table where he is sitting, which is the little blue table that you saw in the room tour. I'll put that right there in front of him, and then I'll grab the other whiteboard and I'll put his choices on this whiteboard. So, and I do this because it helps him to make a connection between the two. Like he'll see the 3 counters and he'll know that the number represents the counters. So that's why I try to keep a visual of the counters with one whiteboard, and then I'll have the choices on another whiteboard. So let's see. And then, like I said, I'll just lay the choices out on the whiteboard. I'll lay his choices out. And then once we'll do the hand over hand. I'll put my hand over his, and we will slowly count, because I'm showing him how to count slowly, so that way he's counting accurately as well. And then when I do show him the choices, I'll say, MJ, can you point to 3? Then he'll point, or he'll trace it with his finger. But yeah, so that's why I have like 3 different whiteboards for that very purpose, to help him make a connection between the different concepts that he's learning. Because like I said, math is one of those subjects that there are like several different steps sometimes. Well, a lot of the times there are several different steps. And so like I said, I want him to be able to make that connection. So that is it for the whiteboard. I think that's pretty much everything that I use during our homeschooling sessions with MJ. And like I told y'all in the beginning, MJ. Sorry, y'all. He is in his room watching his videos, and he is loving them. But oh yeah, I wanted to show to let y'all know too. I remember I told y'all at the beginning of this video that he works in 3 different programs. He has one program that he works in is called Reading Eggs, and that basically focuses on like his letters, sight words, letter sounds, all of that. How to, letter formation. That program focuses on all of that. Then he has another program that he works out of. It is called Math Whiz. And Math Whiz, it focuses on a number of different concepts like counting, shapes and patterns, addition, subtraction. So that program focuses on just about all of the different math concepts that there is. And then his third program is MobyMax. And then MobyMax, that's like a combination of the math, the reading, because it has a numbers section. There's also a alphabet section for like recognition. Then he has the sounds. Then he has a sight word section in that program. And then he has the social studies, the science. All of that is found in the MobyMax program. So the MobyMax program is just overall, it's everything. But right now, we're not focusing on the social studies and science because, like I said, we've gone back to focusing on the basics of learning with MJ so that we can make sure that he has that before he moves on to social studies and science. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much everything that I, wanted to share with you all in this video. Just wanted to give you all, like I said, I know there are some parents out there that are maybe thinking about homeschooling their child, or they just are curious about how to homeschool a child that's on the autism spectrum and that has and that they're not very verbal. So there is a way to determine what they're understanding and what they're not. But it definitely requires a lot of dedication. A lot of dedication. I don't know what I was about to say just then, but there was a dedication. But yes, and for me, it's not. I won't say that it's fun. Put it like that. That's the best way that I can put it for me. Because some people are like, isn't that too much on your plate? I mean, you're working and you're homeschooling your son. And I'm like, no, it's not. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that he's getting everything that he needs. And it's no burden to me. It's fun for me. Like I said, learning new things and doing different things for me, that is exciting. And yeah, you might say, oh gosh, she is a nerd. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Yes, I am a nerd. What can I say? But no, it's not a burden to me at all. I love it, and I would, if I could make the same choice all over again, I would do it all over again. Now, like I said, at the beginning, when I first started homeschooling my son, it was kind of difficult because I didn't know about all the different things that I could do, like with the whiteboard. That was stuff that the teachers suggested to me because I reached out to them. And like I said, you have to be honest with the teachers and let them know if there's an issue, or if you just need some advice on what to do. The teachers are there for you. They are going to share everything that they know, because a lot of the teachers, they used to teach in a regular brick and mortar school. So they've had experience teaching outside the school as well as through a homeschooling program. So they know what they're talking about. And I'm definitely grateful for them suggesting the whiteboard and all of that, because other than that, I think I would be kind of lost. Like, I really wouldn't know what he was understanding and what he wasn't if I didn't reach out to his teachers and let them know that, hey, can you give me some suggestions? That's basically what I said, because I was like, I don't know if he's understanding this or not, because he's not verbal. Can you give me some suggestions on what to get, like what I could do? And they just started rolling with them, and I took all of their suggestions, and they weren't the whiteboard, the different teaching aids like the flashcards, and the magnetic letters and numbers. Oh, I love, like I said, y'all, the magnetic letters and numbers is one of the best teaching aids that I have bought. I love it. And that was under $10. And you get so many letters and numbers, and you also get like the math signs, like the addition sign, the subtraction sign, the equal sign. You get all of that as well. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope I have helped someone out there that wants to homeschool their child. And even if your child is not on the autism spectrum, you can use these techniques with your child as well. They don't have to be on the spectrum to use any of these teaching aids that I showed you. I think it also helps with making learning a little bit funner. I mean, more, I don't even know what I'm trying, more interesting for the kids. So just leave me some feedback down in the comments and let me know what you all think. So until the next video, if it ain't excellent, it's irrelevant. Thank you all.